When Mjolnir is stolen from under the nose of King Thor, he will have to turn to some most unlikely allies in order to get it back. All this and more on the pages of Thor issue number 18. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? So then, as we join the comic, King Thor of Asgard finds himself in a rather precarious position. Mjolnir, his signature weapon, was stolen not only from him, but under the eyes of the Avengers. This could not have come at a worse time for Thor, as he now knows, thanks to his sister Angela, just how the other realms are feeling about his current kingly reign. Short answer, not good. Meaning that if Thor doesn't end up righting this ship and soon, it could very well lead to him forcibly being removed from power. It's for all these reasons and more, Thor is looking to his brother Loki for help. After all, who's sneakier? Who would make a better spy than the former god of lies? Here's the surprising thing though, Loki actually doesn't agree to help. Not because he's being an evil dick or anything, but because the last time he helped with that whole Donald Blake situation, he really only made the problem worse by giving his brother the ability to run from his problems as king. Speaking of kings, Loki is also a king himself now of Jotunheim, and he can't drop his own kingly duties to help Thor out every time he needs it. That's still not to say though that Loki won't be any help. In fact, the more he drinks, the more he talks, he begins to plot and scheme and actually delivers Thor the perfect agent right into his hands. Someone with great power, someone who can move undetected, and someone who has an entire network of individuals at their beck and call. That person would actually be Throg. Yes, that's right, the Frog Thor, everybody. As we find Simon Wolterson, he's actually returning back to his own swampy realm, a hero after everything that went down in the battle against Donald Blake. Thor decides to take his brother's advice and makes trails to go speak with Throg. What follows is a truly hilarious little exchange wherein Thor literally gives Throg the exact same pitch he gave his brother word for word while sitting in a tiny house. The irony not exactly being lost on anybody that Throg is actually probably a better, more successful king of his own amphibian realm than Thor is of Asgard right now. In fact, Throg pretty much proves how great he is right off the bat by saying that he'll take the job. In fact, he knew Mjolnir was stolen days ago. Getting it back though and finding the individual who stole it is going to be a big task though, and for that Throg is going to need to assemble a team, and oh what a team he has. Starting things off, we have Odin's own ravens, Hunin and Munin, who will act as transportation. After that, they're going to need a tracker for finding the culprit and sniffing out any leads. Luckily, Throg has just the person for the job in Lockjaw. He and Throg actually having done a pretty good job tag teaming Donald Blake during that last battle. After that, they're going to need a scout and infiltrator. Luckily, Lockheed of the X-Men will do the part. And I mean, really, what heist team couldn't use its own dragon? And because Thor is itself still a sword and sorcery type of tale, naturally a dragon only makes sense. Lastly, Throg figures that whoever this mystery thief is, they must be using magic to stay off the radar of people like Sif and other all-powerful, all-seeing characters. Luckily, Throg has his own magical ace in the hole too. Bats the ghost dog. Thor wonders how quickly it will take Throg to assemble this team, only to discover that he already has, and oh, they're not the Pet Avengers anymore. They're more than just King Thor's spies. They are a new version of the Avengers, so they claim. And so that was Thor issue number 18, everybody, and wow, I gotta take my hat off to Donny Cates. What a fun and exciting way to kick off a brand new story arc here. I also think, too, devoting an entire story arc to Throg and a newly assembled version of the Pet Avengers is probably the best way to shut people up who complain that this newest Thor run has been too dark and too morose. Also, from a storytelling and characterization point of view, it's fun to see Thor have to travel around to all the different realms and see how other leaders kind of get their jobs done. Maybe by the end of this story, Thor will have a better understanding of what it truly means to be the head of a nation. Overall, I'd give this one a real solid 8 out of 10, and I cannot wait to see what the next issue holds. This is just good old-fashioned comic booky fun. Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.